Man, how are we doing? Now, a happy new year, and I wish you all the best in 2026. Now, to kick things off for the year, this is going to be the first live stream that I'm uploading as of today, and I'm absolutely buzzing with the turnout with the men's running club as well. I think off the top of my head, we've got 34 in the chat, and we've got 54 or 55 inside the Facebook group as well. So the whole goal with the running club, like I said, is just to kind of build a strong, thriving community and really build something that Helmsford hasn't had before. And there might have been a few running clubs before, but the vision that I have in my mind is with this one, it's going to be real, authentic, it's going to be raw, and it's going to have a lot of good men in there that are going to support each other to really be better and really progress that next level. Now, off the back end of that, of course, we have our Facebook community that I've created as well, where I'm going to be doing one live stream a week, and I'm going to try and aim to be as consistent as I possibly can as well. I know there's times where I say I'm going to be on the Saturday or Sunday to do it, and then I'll maybe come on the Monday. So the days that I'm going to try and do this is near the end of the week. If I can aim to do it at the start of the week, I'll do it, but my whole objective is to just get one live stream out a week for you all as well. Now, obviously, the topics I'm going to go over, if you have any specific topics or you have a question or anything that you want me to speak about in terms of nutrition, training, life, or anything in those areas, just let me know and we can cover it as of today. Now, today's topic is simple, okay? So this is 2026 essentials and the non-negotiables that we need to try and hit and aim for as men to get the results that we truly, truly want. And to understand that there is fundamentals that we all have to hit, and if we're not hitting the basics, then it's going to be hard to really hit the long-term goals that we're trying to aim for. Now, to jump into this, we want to make sure we're building for a long-term mindset, okay? When I'm kind of dissecting results and seeing why majority of men 30 plus are not achieving results they want, is because they are too short-term fixed. Now, I need us to think more long-term. Now, what I mean by this is, at the forefront of your mind, we have to think success, okay? But I also want you to think failure. Now, you might be saying, James, why the fuck do I want to be thinking failure, right? I need you to hear me out here. If you think failure, what this means is you're understanding that as you're committing to growth, as you're committing over the next 12 months, that you're going to experience some setbacks from time to time with your nutrition, your training, stress, life, or anything in those areas, okay? If you think failure, this sets your mind up for that happening, and it means that you can work through it. Because most men who are 30 plus, or men in general, is they'll stick to a plan, right, and they're on maybe week 3, 4, 5. A roadblock comes in the way, and they revert back to level 1, okay, or when they started 4 weeks prior, and then they don't even give the energy or the intent to go back in the program for another 4, 5 weeks, okay, because they've not set themselves up correctly with a base understanding of how changing your life or getting results you want actually works. So if you think failure, then you can set yourself up for success, because you know that things will come up that are going to be a challenge to kind of get by. And the next point I want to try and aim for is, again, man, I want you to try and aim for 12 months thinking here, okay? So we're not thinking of just next week or the week after that. I want you to think of how much you can get done in these next 12 months, what your results can be in 12 months' time. Now, of course, we want to have short-term goals, but I need you to have a long-term goal that is going to spread off into the 12 months as well. Because, again, once we build that vision and we have that lane of focus that is 12 months away, then we know that we're striving for more, and we're trying to be better, and not falling into the trap of half-arsing attempts and not really having a goal or vision to try and aim for. But you must have a short-term goal as well, so you can kind of check how you're getting on along the way. But write something down that you want to try and achieve, whether that be weight loss, performance-based goal, or any metrics inside the gym. But have that goal there in the forefront of your mind, and know that to achieve that, then you're going to have some setbacks along the way, okay? Now, the next one, man, is for when we're trying to build a long-term mindset, is we need to have data and metrics in there, okay? So again, are you logging your food? Are you weighing yourself once or twice a week? Do you have a schedule? Do you have a plan? Because if you don't have these things in place and you're not getting results you currently want, then there's no data or metrics to kind of measure. It's so important that you realize now that as you progress over the next 12 months, that you're going to make mistakes, okay? But we need to learn from the mistakes that we're making and gather as much data as we can to make the changes that we need to make. Because if you continue to experience the same failures for the next 12 months, then you're not growing. But if you're failing, you're adapting with that failure, you're learning how you can work through it, and you're trying new ways to try and get through a specific behavior or break a habit and to build a more solid routine, then of course success will happen, okay? So make sure you're logging your food. Make sure you've got some sort of schedule that you're trying to aim for when it comes to your training sessions. Like, are you hitting the gym 3 times per week? Are you going on a run or two? Okay. Having that plan for the week, again, it sets up your priority list and really puts your energy into the correct things, okay? Now, that all falls into building a long-term mindset. Now, the next note that I have here, man, is committing to growth. Now, the word commit, I need you to commit to fucking growth here. Again, we don't want to be doing this for 2 months and then we're back to the same old shit with the same old excuses and we're not performing at the level that we truly want to be at, okay? But if we commit to growth, then we can set ourselves up for winning, okay? Now, how do we commit for growth, okay? We commit by striving for something. We must have a target to aim for. Again, it falls into that 12-month goal that I'm speaking about. You cannot grow if you don't have a target, because there's no growth that is going to present itself to hitting an aim, okay? You need to decide what the fuck do you want out of this year in all areas of your life and commit, and make that your main focus, okay? To stop this 6 weeks from on a plan, then dropping off for 6 weeks and repeating those cycles. Doing that is not going to build the consistency that you need in your life to build that strong lifestyle and thrive in all areas of man, okay? So set yourself up for success and set yourself up to win by committing to growth, okay? The next one, man, is prioritize movement, okay? Now, the difference between you having a great day, right, and a day where you may overindulge, okay, is getting up and getting to the gym, or getting up and going on a walk. Now, I can't explain to you how many times with my own experience or with my clients where they're maybe having a shit day and they know they have to go to the gym, but they've put it off, but they end up going to the gym or they go on a walk, and doing that small bit of movement or small bit of activities really changed their mindset, and they've been able to really flip the switch in their mind and make better decisions. Now, your results are going to be a sum total of the decisions you make. And if you are moving as much as possible, you're trying to hit your 10,000 steps per day, you're trying to do things that are going to build up your energy, you're doing the correct things to build more of a positive mindset, this is all going to affect your daily decisions, okay? And that's why we need to prioritize movement, okay? Because if you're inside the gym and you're following your plan, or you're having a shit day or a shit week and you need to relieve stress, then going out on a walk, going to the gym for half an hour, that is going to set you up for winning. And again, you can make more powerful based decisions after that session's done, because you generally feel fucking better about yourself, okay? When we experience setbacks continuously, it's because we're in a frame of mind where we cannot be arsed and we don't take any action to try and get us out that frame of mind, okay? The only way to get yourself out of a frame of mind that's going to hold you back is through action, right? And building a stronger mindset. But the best way to do that is through movement and exercise, because it releases hormones and chemicals in the brain that just make us feel better, okay? So prioritize your movement, aim for your steps, okay? And understand how important your mindset and energy is, and make sure you follow your plan to the best of your ability as well, okay? Now, the next note that I have, man, is building yourself into a man that is strong and capable, okay? Now, fat loss alone will not help you achieve your goals, okay? But of course, you might want to drop a few kg. That's absolutely fine, but you need to understand that there's different levels to this, okay? Yes, you might want to achieve fat loss, but we also want to develop skills and traits and character qualities as well on your journey. Your confidence, your discipline, your character, your belief system, how you truly feel about you. When we target all these areas, it means we can develop in all areas as a man, and it means we can build our relationship with ourselves. And when we build a more stronger and efficient relationship with ourselves, then that will feed into all areas of our life. We'll feel better about ourselves, we'll be more confident, and it makes our nutrition a lot more easier. It makes our whole field of focus with our fitness easier as well, okay? Because we generally feel better about ourselves and we're growing and developing in all areas as men, okay? So again, make stretching and growing your main focus, and we want to build into strong, capable men that can thrive under pressure, that can bounce back after setbacks, and that are developing resilience day in and day out, because life is fucking tough, okay? Whether that be your business, work, family, there's a lot going on in life, and I know if you are building yourself into the best version you possibly can be, it means that you can handle anything that comes your way, and that is what it's all about, okay? Now, men, my next note on here is fat loss, right? But you want to make sure that we're focusing for long term. Now, what is the whole point of you just going on a 6-week fat loss plan, right? And then that's the end of it. Of course, if you do that, you're going to revert back into old ways, behaviors, acting, and thinking, and in turn, you'll put all that weight back on. What is the whole point of that? We're not trying to compete for a bodybuilding show. We are trying to be the best that we can possibly for life, okay? So again, it goes into that long-term thinking. If you're building towards more long-term realistic approaches when it comes to your fat loss, it means that you can build more habits that are more suited to your lifestyle. It means that your fat loss will be more sustainable, consistent, and it means that you can truly live that way for long term. I'm sick and tired of seeing men doing these short-term plans, right, and never achieving results they truly want, because they revert back to the old ways, like I was saying, and they're not really hitting the goals that they truly want, okay? So we need to understand that building the correct habits on your fat loss journey is so important, and understanding what is going to work for you in your specific lifestyle as well. Again, think from 12 months from now, where do you truly want to be? Do you want to still be tricked to try and follow all these kind of crash diets that aren't working and all these 6-week plans? Because that is always going to end in one place, and it's not a place that's going to be making you thrive and be at the top of your game and living a strong lifestyle that you truly desire, okay? Now, when we are looking to achieve fat loss, now being in a calorie deficit is tough, okay? Now, we want to make this as easy as possible. Now, you're restricting your calories extremely low. That is not making it easy whatsoever. Now, it's already a tough process when we're trying to cut calories to lose body fat, right? So what I need you to focus on, especially if you're doing it for this year, is prioritizing your protein, making sure you're aiming and getting enough protein in your diet. This will help keep you fuller for longer. Also, help you recover inside the gym, but also get you feeling fuller for longer again, so you don't crave those extra bits of snacks and things throughout the day, but also build lean muscle mass as well, which is key here too. So make sure you prioritize your protein and you're using the right approaches when it comes to your fat loss plan as well. And if you can do that this year in 2026, then men, you will achieve a lot more efficient, effective goals, and that's what it's all about at the end of the day, okay? So that's the notes that I have for today. Keeping it short, keeping it simple, keeping it effective, and making sure that we understand this, the essentials for 2026, okay? Now, the main thing from here today that I'm touching on is building that long-term mindset. Now, we cannot avoid this. We need to make sure we have that plan set and that goal set, because everything else that I've spoken on today will fall into that frame of thinking, okay? Now, it's up to you to commit to that and really establish what your goals are. And again, if you need any help, let me know. But we have our next run next Sunday at 8:30 in the morning. Make sure if you're there or you're in the chat, you can hit the poll to come along. And yeah, it'll be good to have you there. We're trying to build this up as much as we can. We've got maybe 12 names down as of now, but we've got 34 in the chat. So if you're interested, pop along. And yeah, any questions or you need any support, just let me know. And we'll get a live stream out again next week during the end of the week, okay? Now, thank you for your time, and I'll upload this in the chat, and it'll be available for playback as well. And I'll catch you all soon.